so while they're talking and he's talking about maps, I'm trying to think of everything I know about maps and things that are coming into my head about maps. And I have 3 things that, with any luck, I'll weave into something beautifully amazing. Okay, so first thing I thought of was something I learned about maps. A map is a map and not the thing itself. So how does that apply to how we use tarot and how it relates to our real lives? Tarot is a map, but it's not the thing itself. Another thing, this is one of my favorites, I love Lewis Carroll, and one of the things he wrote was The Hunting of the Snark. And at one point, there's these crazy sailors on this crazy journey, on this crazy ship, and they're hunting a bandersnatch. They're hunting a bandersnatch. And at one point, they look at the map that the captain has, and it's a complete and utter blank. And this is horrifying to them because, you know, they don't know where they're going or how to get there. So what is this about blank maps? I don't know. And then the last thing I thought of about maps is the old, I don't know what century, but like medieval maps, where when you got beyond what was known, they said beyond here there be dragons, the monsters, the things we don't know. So how can we use tarot as a map? Well, okay, so you guys heard my thing, so I'm interested in not so much the structure of the deck. You know, I'm like with Mary, what's the next Rider-Waite? What's the next this? And I've been pondering this, and, well, trying to search for it to acquire for long, for years. And I don't know that we'll be able to find that one deck that will be the new Rider-Waite, the new classic that we all rely on or refer to, because we are not that anymore. We're different, diverse, different experiences. It's too complicated to have a one thing. So what do we do then, right? Well, then we pay attention to what we do with the cards. It doesn't matter what cards you're using. Everyone's going to have their cards, their oracle, their connection. But what do you do with it? So what do you do with a map? You locate where you are, you find where you want to go, and you figure out the best way, or the most scenic way, or whatever way it is you want to get there. So how is tarot going to be a map? Well, we identify where we are, and we figure out where we want to go, and then use the cards to figure out the best way to get there. What's it called? Paganacon was the conference they had in Minneapolis, a pagan conference. And I got to hear John Michael Greer talk, and he talked about, you know how we talk about as above, so below, microcosm, macrocosm. And he talked about something called the mesocosm, which I'd never heard of before. And when I tried to Google it, all I could find was references to the ocean. And well, what it is, it's not the big, it's not the little, it's the in-between, and it's like a sample, a population sample of something. And in this little sample, it recreates the big, but you can do things in it to experiment and see how things are going to react. So, like, the next thing I want to teach here is looking at our reading space as a mesocosm, as the magician's table, as the place where you can experiment safely without repercussions of what's going to happen in the real world, to see what's going to happen, and to see, and then to determine what magic you want to make. In other words, where are you? Where do you want to go? How are you going to get there? So, the question I'm left asking is, where do you want to go and how are you going to get there? I'm done.
Thank you to our panelists.